This is a bit of a different video. Now, normally I don't really do these just looking at websites and voiceover videos. Normally it's a review or a range day or something. This is a little different. This rifle, the Crusader Arms Crypto, was announced today, and it is the first of, we don't know how many there could be in the works, rifles that comply with C-21's definition of a prohibited firearm. Now, we will come back to all of this in a second, but the main thing to know about is that it uses a proprietary 5-round magazine. Now, why is that important? This is the definition of a prohibited firearm that was added in Bill C-21. Now, I've gone over this before in my 2 C-21 videos, but in case you forgot or didn't know, essentially what it means is that any rifle or shotgun that discharges centerfire ammunition in a semi-automatic manner that has a magazine that is capable of taking 6 or more rounds, which is literally every single gun on the planet, that is designed after C-21 came into force, which was mid-December. I believe it was December 15th, right here. So every gun that was designed after December 15th that took more than 6 rounds and shot in a semi-automatic manner that used a detachable magazine was prohibited. So anything that was designed before December 15th, 2023 can still get FRTs and it's fine. It's just anything new. It's essentially supposed to be an evergreen rifle ban and shotgun ban. But it primarily affects rifles because of detachable magazines. Now, the way to get around this is seemingly twofold. There were 2 options that were theorized. One was a fixed magazine, similar to what you see with California, how they have their featureless rifles that have fixed magazines. Or you could design a magazine that is detachable but completely proprietary, where no one else in the world can make it and will only ever fit 5 rounds. That is what this does. This crypto uses all AR-15 parts, all of them, except for there's no front trigger pin, and it uses their proprietary magwell. Now, their magwell only accepts their magazines that are designed to take 5 rounds only. Nothing else. They will only take 5 rounds. And the magazine themselves, we will have to go to Coat of Arms channel. Now, these are the magazine. Nope, that's a PMag. Let's see. These are the magazines. They are double-sided, so much like cross mags, they are double-sided mags, except these can only take 5 rounds. And the gun will come with 4 of them. Now, this is the most interesting rifle that has come out so far this year, because it is quite literally an AR-15. There's no sugarcoating this. This is an AR-15. It uses AR-15 gas blocks, direct impingement, handguards. Literally every single part of this is an AR-15, including the bolt carrier group. The bolt carrier group is an AR-15. The charging handle, unlike the Raven, is an AR-15 charging handle. The only thing that's different is that the front pin location, which is different in that there is no push pin. Instead, you have these little blocks at the front where it slides onto and away from the receiver, and then you can use the rear locking pin to lock it in place. That's it. So, in the event of, let's say, AR-15s get unbanned, every single part on this rifle can be taken off and put onto an AR-15. Every single part. You just need a stripped upper and lower. That's it. Now, obviously, this has competition with the other prominent AR-15 type rifle in Canada, the Raven. Now, the Raven is for all intents and purposes, a better rifle. There is no disputing that. It is from a company that has less track record of bad rifles. They have, in general, better customer support. I don't think it's perfect, but it's, from what I've heard, and experienced, it's way better than Crusader arms. And I think they're higher quality. Looking at I can't say for certain, right? Because I don't know, but it just looks higher quality than the Crypto. Also, Crypto is a stupid name. Now, if you're going to compare the Raven directly to the Crusader arms, you have to do a few things. One, you have to remember that the Raven takes Stenag mags. So it can take our 10-round pistol mags, both 7.62x39 and 5.56/223. It can take both of them. That is very important for competition use, which, in my opinion, immediately disqualifies the Crypto from any competition use. It's going to fall behind all of the Ravens, or the Brens, or the WKs, or anything, unless the WK is having a particularly bad day. The only thing it might compete with is the BCL Bison, or not Bison, the SRV2, because that one might just have failures every single time it tries to shoot. But besides that, this thing is probably going to be last, simply because of the magazine capacity. So for that application, wouldn't use it. However, if you were just using it for hunting, or you were using it for just casual range use, just for fun, you want to have an AR-15 like gun in Canada, maybe you want to do a clone rifle. Like, if you are going for a clone rifle, this is by far the best that you could get, because the Raven, while it's nice, it doesn't quite get a clone look of, say, the C7 or the C8, or name your AR-15 variant that you want to clone. It can't quite do it. Also, what needs to be considered are some of the features. As you can see, this gun has a port cover. It has the brass deflector. It comes with a top charging handle. That is very important. It also appears to come with a ambidextrous fire control. Now, when you compare that to the Raven, if we go with the Gold, which doesn't have the ambi controls, right? It just has everything basic, right-hand side and the left-hand side bolt catch, I believe. Let's see. Gold does not have... Oh, no. Gold does not have a bolt catch. Never mind. So the Gold is missing some features, right? But it is cheaper. If you want to add all of the things that the other one has, we need to spec it out that way. So take out all the extra stuff. You would need the charging handle, the brass deflector, the side cover, and the port cover. And that takes you $2,300. If you want the ambi controls, it's $2,600. So it's quite expensive. Of course, there is the silver, the Raven Silver. Now, that one, in my opinion, is the best rifle that you can get in Canada right now. Nothing's coming up. Fantastic. Good website, Lockhart. Now, this is the Raven Silver. In my opinion, this is the Crypto's biggest problem. The Raven Silver might be the best rifle in Canada, period. The reason I say that is because it is a reasonable price by our standards, which are very low, but it's $1,600. Now, they did raise the price. If you go look at the page, it was $1,400 previously. It is now $1,600. But this rifle is the biggest problem because of its price, right? So when we're comparing the Raven Silver, which I think is the most comparable to the what's it called? The Crypto? God, that's such a bad... Crypto is such a bad name. We would need to add a few things. So we would need to add the brass deflector, the cover, and the top charging handle. That takes us to $1942, and it is actually cheaper than the Crypto. Now, the reason I'm making this video is not to say that you should go out and buy this one. I'm making this video more as this is a very interesting development in the Canadian firearms world. The fact that we already have a gun that meets this definition is very, very interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised if there were more companies that were looking at making a rifle like this. Now, there is one final catch to this whole thing, and that's that the rifle doesn't have an FRT yet. Now, this FRT was last updated on June 17th, so it's possible that in the last month they got an FRT, but if they didn't, then this exists in... It is perfectly legal. I need to make that very clear. A rifle made in Canada for the Canadian market does not need an FRT entry. However, personally, it puts me off just because I know if a cop who doesn't know shit about gun laws, which, let's be honest, are a lot of them, sees this and they think to themselves, AR-15s are prohibited, how is that not an AR-15? And you're explaining the magwell and the front pin, I don't know if they're not going to arrest you. Like, you're going to win that case in court, but it's going to cost you money. It's like what Runkle used to say, and I'm sure still says, a very interesting legal question is an expensive question. So that is one thing to keep in mind if you're interested in these. And, of course, Crusader Arms has problems, right? Their warranty service has been not great from reports that have been told. Their rifles have been okay to not good. Their pre-order times, also, I absolutely, 100%, I should have said this earlier, do not pre-order this. 1000% do not pre-order this. Just like don't pre-order anything from Lockhart. Only do it if they say they're going to ship it. Do not pre-order this gun. Right now, this is a pre-order. Don't do it. There have been countless times of Lockhart and many other companies, including Crusader Arms, taking forever to fulfill pre-orders. It is not worth doing. I'm just putting that out there right now. This is purely a this is interesting video, not go out and buy this. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit different to what I've done before. I am not going to commit to reviewing this thing. I am iffy on the brand a little bit. I am skeptical based on reports that I've heard before. If I do get it, I will give the rifle a fair shake. I will give it its due, and I will do my best with it if I do review one. But I'm a bit hesitant to actually do a review on it. We'll see how things change, but for now, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.